Whether you're a seasoned franchisee or someone just starting on their franchise journey, Discovery Day is an incredibly important component of that due diligence process, and that's what we're here to talk about today. In this video, I'm going to share with you the 7 do's and don'ts while you're attending Discovery Day. So first, if you're new here, my name is Tiffany Tolliver. I'm with FranchiseFrankness.com. We are a collection of 3 industry veterans that provide insights into everything franchising. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button now. I've been to hundreds of Discovery Days, and the first do on the list is to come prepared. Do your homework. Do your research online. Search Google, search their website, search any platforms or forums in which their name appears. I would also go and see and open an operating unit. See how that unit is run. Are the people that are serving or providing a service to people or a retail product, are those people happy? Is there energy there? I would also read the FDD before I go to Discovery Day. That FDD is chock full of information and good tidbits, things on development costs, and you're going to be able to discern a lot of information. So make sure you read that whole disclosure document before you make the trip out. Bring your partners and or your spouse to Discovery Day with you. They need to know what they're getting into as well. Franchising is a lifestyle change. It's not all champagne and roses, right? There's a lot of hard work that's involved. Understand what you're getting into. They can also be a sounding board for you. They were in Discovery Day, perhaps they heard something a little bit differently than you did. It's always good to have that second pair of ears there with you. Do ask questions. This is your chance to ask anything and everything about the brand, the franchise, the company, how things are operating, their 5-year plan. Ask everything that you want to know that's going to help you make a decision. Paul and Steve actually made a whole video on the top 5 questions to ask a franchisor, so I'm going to leave that down below. Come with some energy, take a B vitamin, whatever it is that you need to do, come to Discovery Day with energy. Participate in the discussion. Stand up and introduce yourself. Introduce yourself not only to the executive team, but the other people that are there with you attending Discovery Day. And remember, Discovery Day is a mutual interview. Tell them why you want to be a franchisee, what led you to find them. So network with those other attendees. During the break, engage with the other participants. You'll likely have a lot in common with them. Also, after Discovery Day is over, you now have a person that you can call and discuss your findings, where you are in the process, and it's just good to have somebody to bounce ideas off of. So be present, participate, and be there. Answer questions. Don't let yourself fade into the background. Do ask for a tour. Now, it's likely the franchisors probably organize this and it's actually one of your agenda items. But if they don't, ask for a tour of the home office and ask for a tour of an operating unit. If the store that you're touring is a corporately owned unit, that unit should be a paragon in terms of operations. If you're looking at a franchise unit, it should still be a well-oiled machine. Now remember, the franchisor is bringing you here to show you the best representation of that brand that there is in that market. Do number 6 is expect to meet with the executive team. You should be meeting with the decision makers when you go to Discovery Day. The president of the brand at a very minimum, the real estate department, the development department, marketing, operations, and perhaps others depending on what kind of franchise you're interested in. Do take notes. So it's likely that the franchisor will offer to send you a Discovery Day kind of summary package when you leave, but don't rely on the Discovery Day presentation. I always recommend after Discovery Day is over, you want to make a journal entry and write down what you liked, what you didn't like, what you thought was weird, what you thought was good. Those notes, you can always refer back to them when you go and make a decision about what franchise you want to go with. And now for the don'ts. Don't come into the franchisor's office wearing flip-flops. Remember, this is an interview. Don't expect to show up super cash and be taken seriously. Show the executive team that you care and show up in business casual. Do not have your cell phone out on the table during the meeting. Nothing is more disruptive to a Discovery Day than having someone's cell phone ring or buzz or vibrate. Everybody's attention goes straight to that phone and you lose focus on what you're talking about. You spent money to come to that Discovery Day. Don't let anything distract you from your goal. Do not expect the franchisor to pick up the tab Don't expect them to pay for your airfare or your visit in the least. They are not obligated to do so. Do not ask to leave early or otherwise bail out on any part of the day. That's incredibly disrespectful. The franchisor has set aside a whole day with his team to teach you about the brand. If you leave early or you have to leave to catch a flight, that's just incredibly disrespectful to them. Now, if you're not interested in the brand and you feel the impetus to get up and leave, at that point feel free. But if you have any interest whatsoever, do not leave that discovery day early. Don't be shy. Now is the time to ask your questions. Any question on the table. You need these questions answered so that you can make a decision on whether you want to go with this franchise. Remember, this is a big decision. This is a life decision. It affects not only you, but your partners, your spouse. Don't be shy. Get your questions answered. Don't make a commitment to buy that day. Now, you may be super excited. You may feel a certain amount of pressure. Perhaps they told you that somebody else is interested in that territory. But take a breath, digest what you've just heard. You just heard probably 8 hours of information. Go home, digest that information, talk to your family about it, and make sure that it's the right decision for you before you make a commitment, verbal or otherwise, to them. Do not assume that you have this in the bag. So a franchisor can choose not to partner with you. That could be based on how they thought you gelled with the team, how they thought you were a fit for the culture of the brand. Could be something in your application coupled with those factors. Don't get offended. It is just business. So I just shared with you 7 do's and 7 don'ts of Discovery Day. I'd love to hear from you if you've been to Discovery Day and you have any do's and don'ts that you would like to add. Also, Paul, Steve, and I have put together a whole playlist of videos on choosing a franchise, and I'm going to leave that right here. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.